What's happening, Banter fam? If you're brand new to the channel, smash the subscribe button. How we doing, guys? Pop in the comments. How are we doing? Are we going up or down? What's gonna happen? Is Bitcoin gonna keep playing ball? Are we gonna keep this bullish momentum? Which line are we breaking? Can we please put a poll up there, Mila, to say, are we breaking resistance or are we breaking support? Are we going up or down? What are you guys feeling? And either way, if we go down, just put in the comments there, do you know how to trade it? Do you know how to make money if we go down? Very simple. You don't have to be a high leverage trader, but you need to know how to short. You can go 1x and you have to learn these things. Guys, I have a big show for you. So first thing is smash that like button. Smash that like button. And when the market moves tomorrow, make sure that you've put in the comments here what tokens you want me to trade. Either way it goes, we have to take advantage of it. Volatility is coming. A huge move is coming. And either way that it goes, remember, more redness creates opportunity for the future, but we can make money when it's going down. And obviously, if the market explodes now, you had opportunities to get your entries. You had opportunities to buy these specials. Were you not upset 3 weeks ago when the market was ripping and you never had entries? You were trying to buy way too late. You know, you can fix that this time. So very important. Secondly, guys, join Sniper School. We had an incredible session last night, and I'm going to show you a little bit of why you need to join Sniper School, because it just takes you to a whole nother level of understanding the markets and knowing how to trade it. If you look below, you can register for Sniper School. In order to get in, you have to open a Sniper School exchange link. If you have a Bybit one with one of our previous ones, you can open a OKX, a Mexi, or a BitGet account. Deposit $100 that you use to trade, and then you use your user ID in your account's information section, and you put that in, and you'll get access to the full course. I promise you guys, it takes your understanding of the market to a whole nother level, and understanding of the show to a whole nother level. Now, the first thing I want to show you, I just want to give you a little understanding of the power of being relevant with the market and actually having some education. So what I did is I basically took a simple tool, right? And the tool was a stochastic RSI. And what I like to do is I want you to be relevant with the market. Can I ask you the question? In January, when Bitcoin went from 16,000 to 22,000, right? What was the best way to trade that? Was to get one entry and hold the whole month, right? That's how you made money. Like, that was the best time. If you traded multiple times, did it not get really hard? Did it not wreck you? And why? Because you took profits too early, then you try to short, then you struggle to get another buy entry. You know, basically got stuck. And when a bull market comes and we only go up for weeks and weeks and weeks, if you're still stuck in that short-term mind frame, you know, you're not sticking with the market. You're not flowing with what, like, we have a potential to shift into a different trade at any point. A daily shows us we should be trading once a month, right? And there's specific times that that's the best strategy. Doesn't matter if you're a short-term trade, doesn't matter, because the market only goes purely in one direction. The best thing was to get one entry and to hold it throughout the whole month. It's important to know those things, guys. Now, what I did is I give you a simple little tool to do it. You do this every Sunday, guys, every Sunday. You see the stochastic RSI? What it gives you is an area. It doesn't give you the exact bottom, exact low, but it tells you a fishing area of where you should be longing or where you should be shorting. That's it. When we get to the top, says prep for shorts. When we get to the bottom, prep for longs. Then you're going to use trend lines, Fibonacci, all these things to see where can I get the exact perfect buy? Is my risk to reward good? But either way, you just want to have an understanding of where you should be buying and selling. Then what I did is I plotted this on the chart, and I put in a little bit of trend lines and things like that of where I would have bought and sold. But what I got was an average. So the first thing that it showed me was a daily candle chart offers me 2 trades a month. Guys, this will save you so much time. I want you to take a notepad after the show, and I want you just to know what every single time frame does for you. Because then I'm going to show you the power of staying with the market and being present. Okay? So now you know that the daily candles offer you 2 trades a month. And if you looked at over here, you would have got 1 long, 1 short. That's what it would have offered you in the last month. So coming from the 7th of February, we're on the 7th of March now. In 1 month, it would have offered you 1 long and 1 short. It would have given you an average between 10%. An average. The highs were slightly higher at 15, the lows were 15, but I'm taking a basic average off of the tools that we're using. So it would have offered you 2. So a total of more or less around 20%. This is on Bitcoin. Now I know, okay, the daily candle chart offers me 2 trades a month, and I more or less know each trade's about 10%. Now, what you do is every Sunday, you update this. And you will continuously understand what Bitcoin is offering you on the daily, longing and shorting, what those percentages are. That's great, because now you know, okay, amazing. That's what it offers me. Then the next thing, I jump to the 12-hour chart. And I'm like, okay, what would the 12-hour chart would have given me? Would have given me one long, one short, one long. It basically give me an average of around 8% per trade. Okay, I had a 12% long, 11%, a 7% short, and a 3% long, offering me 20%. Amazing. So a 12-hour chart offers me 3 trades per month.
Right, guys. I know this is just freezing slightly, so I'm just going to put the settings back.
Are we freezing? Are we freezing? Are we freezing? Are we freezing? Guys, stay. This is important. This is going to blow your mind. It's incredible to learn through these stages. I'm going to always teach when the market gets to this point, because this is what keeps you relevant. So now I'm going to keep going, James. Okay. So now you know the 12 hours. You put that in your book now. So the daily offers me 2 trades a month. The 12-hour offers me 3 trades a month. Amazing. And now you get a little bit of an average. And you can see this offered me 20%. So you can already see the daily was better than the 12-hour. Okay? Because aren't you confused? There's so many time frames. Which one do I trade? But now I know. Okay, amazing. Now I jump to the next one. Let's go to 8-hour. So the 8-hour would have offered me 1 long, 1 short, 1 long. No, that's the day. That's not the 8-hour. Let's get the 8-hour. Amazing. It would have offered me 1 long, 1 short, 1 long, 1 short. 4 trades. It would have offered me 13%, 8%, 3%, 6%, giving me more or less around the 8% average. But it would have given me 31%. Okay? So now I know, okay, 8-hour chart offers me 45 trades per month. And right now, it's giving me the best percentage and average. Okay? Fantastic. Then we quickly jump to this. I'm going to explain to you why this is so powerful now, guys. Then I jump to the 4-hour chart. And the 4-hour chart would have given me 1 short, 1 long, 1 short, long, 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 short. Okay? Amazing. It would have given me 8 trades, but given me an average of these trades of up to 40 to 45%. Now, guys, this isn't the tops or bottoms. This is just an average. Amazing. So it would have been a lot more if you were extremely accurate. But as a bare minimal, I use trend lines. It's late. It's not even the tops. Like, it's late that I use all this data off of. But now I know the 4-hour offers me 8 trades a month, and right now giving me 43%. Okay, now let me explain to you how amazing this actually is. So what I just did, because I updated that on the Sunday, I now have an understanding of what each time frame does for me and what they're offering. Now, this is where it gets fantastic, because what was the best strategy to do in January was to be on the daily. And if you updated your charts and you updated your data, you would have known the daily is the best, because your percentage would have been the highest, and you would have seen, okay, amazing, like this is the best one to be. Okay, so this higher time frame is where you want to be when the market's moving in one simple direction, because you only want to buy hard. Doesn't matter how good of a trader short time you are. The best money to be made was to buy one damn entry and to make all that money. It was no better. If you tried to get out and short, you would have been creamed. You would have been destroyed, right? But it's amazing to know that. Then what happened? The market started to get choppy. In this phase over here, do you think a daily was going to make you money? No. Why? Because you would have bought, you would have held, then you would have come back down, you would have held and come back down. So you would have made money and then come straight back and make money and come back. And then you would have gotten a loss even. So if you updated your data, you would have known, whoa, the 8-hour is the best right now, and you should be swing trading right now, because that's the best percentage. And what is it showing us right now? It's showing us right now, you should be looking at the 4-hour and trading the 4-hour. Now, where's the power in that? Now it means I can go and take all of these away right now until I do my analysis on Sunday again, and I can only focus on the 4-hour chart. Now, yesterday, what did I do for you guys? Yesterday, I showed you a simple method. Firstly, what you've just done for yourself now is you've given yourself the understanding of what time frame you need to focus on. The 4-hour, that's it. Which means you only focus on the 4-hour stochastic RSI, you only focus on the 4-hour trends, you only focus on the 4-hour Fibonacci's. That's what you focus on. Then I gave you the 4-step method. I said, what direction is the market moving? Is it moving? Is it bullish? Is it bearish? If it's a bullish leg, you're looking to buy the pullback, right? So what does that mean? Fibonacci, bottom to top, 618. Second step, horizontal. If there's a support that's back in that, amazing, it's giving me an area. Third one, a RSI on the floor, oversold RSI. Fourth one, trend line break. So now you've erased all of the mess. You've given yourself a 4-hour chart and you've given yourself a 4-step method in order to take the trend. Now I'm going to jump in and show you guys today's trades. But you see the power of staying updated with the market. The market only moves in 3 different phases. If the market decides to go choppy, let's say it goes from 20,000 to 24,000 for the next 6 months. Is it best to trade high time frames? No, because you're not going to make money the whole year, because you're just going to keep holding. You're going to hold where you're 30% richer, then you're back to zero. 30% richer, back to zero. But by updating and knowing that you must shift into this sort of type of trader at this time, now that's how you capitalize. That's how you join. So do me a favor. Go take your stochastic RSI and go look at where you would have bought and sold, and just get an average and know what each time frame does for you. So you can switch into being the right trader at the right time and being present with the actual market. Do we enjoy that, guys? We like the education. Smash the like button, smash the like button. Tell me, let me know. I want to know. Okay, now we can jump in and now we can talk. We can talk some trades. We can talk at the Bitcoin markets. And let's look what's happening. So, guys, as I spoke about, we are getting to a point where volatility is about to expand. We're about to get more volatility within the market. Why? Because we can see we're basically having an opposite wedge over here, where we're expanding. We're coming from a shorter range, and we're only getting bigger. Okay? And now, again, we're sitting at a very important point. And the important point is us remaining higher low, holding the higher level. Now, we do have the areas. If I jump back to the daily, we do still have bullish divergence. We do still have an oversold stochastic RSI. So if things hold these levels, we can still have a bullishness. We can still have Bitcoin possibly attempting that 25K. But if we lose this, and I'm pretty sure within the news today, and Powell speaking, it's going to give us the volatility that we need. We're either going to have extremely strong bounce, and that's going to give us get ready to load up for the upside, or we're going to drop this level. And if we drop this level, I'm seeing a huge gap that can take us back down to these lower areas. So we now know that we're at a critical stage and we know a huge move is coming on the higher time frames. We can see that very much over here. And now is the time for the bulls to shine. So what I then do is I then jump in and I basically go and let me just get the correct chart here. Now I zoom into this play and I can see very much that we have 2 patterns that are going to play out. We know all the support. We know in a higher time frame, this is the key level for us to hold. Now what I do is I find a trend that's got 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. I now have support. And then I have 1, 2, 3. I now have resistance. Whichever line we break today and we close below is the direction that we are moving. Now what you can see over here is because we got this big drop in the market, it formed that very big gap. So you have 2 patterns to play out here. The first pattern you have to play is it's a continuation. Oh, sorry. Excitement, guys, excitement. I love teaching. Okay, continuation. Okay, second pattern that you have that could possibly play out, upside down Bart Simpson. Boom, 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 boom. And here, we go just as fast as we came down. We erase it all. This was all FUD. You know, very similar to the FTX thing. This is just on a smaller time frame. FTX created that drop the one side and we caught it all up. We got above FTX levels. And that's the power of understanding these gaps, understanding these different patterns. So there could still definitely be the bullish scenario of breaking this level to the upside. Now, what I've decided to do, here we go. Cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you, let's make sure I've given all the views. So Bitcoin drops 22K. I am seeing downside. There's one more level at 21,300. Then after that,
it's going to be interesting.
Be aware of that. That is something that can
There
happen.
might be some chop around the Federal Reserve speaking to Congress today, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be
if
bad.
Bullish, stock market and the US 30 futures break back into the good as it stands right now, and should get things might happen. You need to prepare for that. I still think we're going to get long positions, and I don't think I'm still at that point, but I don't think new lows for Bitcoin. I think the lows still for now possibly in, but we can be looking at a possible another rejection here. So we need to take advantage of it, guys. Take advantage, and it's the same thing when it comes to the BTC. BTC did get rejected, but we needed to reject better, a lot bigger than this. We have the 10-year yield as well.
Slight rejection, but we need this to start reversing. And you can start to see with many of these, here's the total 3, the altcoins. If it loses this level, we're coming down all the way to these zones. So it may not be crazy, but this over here means 20% down within altcoins. So now let's jump into the smash the like button, guys. Smash, 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 and join Sniper School. Join Sniper School. Okay, let's jump into the trades. So these are the trades that I have for you guys. So the first one I'm speaking about is Solana. So a lot of these tokens, this is where it becomes beautiful and becomes easy.
Let's see what he thinks about Solana.
Right now. And as you can see, we have a huge gap to the next support. You see these levels here. Whenever you have these big candles on one side, that's a gap. And if we lose this level here, we're going down there very fast. And that's a $16 Solana and maybe even a $13. Now, whichever direction we get today, time frames to see where's this a good buy for a 2-year hold and these sort of things. Right now, we trade the smaller time frames and we're present within the market. So as you can see over here, I have the two plays. We got the bottom gaps and we have the top gap. And what I love about this, guys, is look how beautiful we have the trend line. Look at this. It's like, I love that it's creeping and touching it and creeping and touching it. Because if it breaks it, you're early. Like, you're going to catch. Right now, we've been drip drying. And as soon as we can crack that over there, we now know that we're changing momentum. We're finally going to get our first higher high. And this is where we can start to move. So I am seeing a 20% move to the upside if we break that trend. But if we lose this low, and then looking at a 17% to the downside, and it may get worse. Because after that, we have another gap.
Yeah, I kind of think it's going to go long, but we'll see.
Solana's coming down 17%. If Bitcoin goes to 19K, it's going down 34%. You may be getting yourself an incredible long, short, if you do that. But the way you're going to do that is we will come down, we will lose the low, we will quickly come up and test it, and then we will start the stronger leg down. So basically, the way you want to trade this, and I'll do this one for one quickly so that you can understand this. If we break the top, right? We break this trend now. Amazing. We break, maybe a small retest, and we start to shoot up. You're buying this break over here because the daily stochastic RSI is at the floor, and you're putting your stop loss under that low. Risk to reward is incredible because if you look now, never change the system, guys. It is there on a great level. Looking at a 3% and you're looking at a 20% to the upside. Fantastic risk to reward. So that's first scenario. You break trend, you put your stop loss under the low. We should not come back in, and we're looking at a great risk to reward. Second scenario is we have the short playout. We have the market drop, okay? And basically, let's get it over there. There we go. So basically what we do then, I'll remove this over here. Cool. So Solana loses that low. It comes up to test, and this is amazing. So now you're going to take your short position tool. And now you're shorting in this area. You're putting your stop loss above this previous high over here, outside of trend. So you're looking at more between a 4 and 5% risk. And then you're looking at your profits of being 17 to the 30% mark as your profits. So the same way you're just doing it reverse. This trend line is there to show you where to put your stop loss. And if we lose this and we move down, you can move your stop loss to entry very quickly so that you no more risk. Guys, two huge trades here. Either way it goes, and it can happen literally as the show's done. It can happen. So be ready for it at any play. We have the two different scenarios, and both of them risk to reward are absolutely amazing. Then we have the next one, Phantom. A great volatile token right now, giving us lots of ranges. And this one's crazy because this one, we have two huge gaps. We have the gap. If we lose this area now, we have 25% to the downside, and we have a 30% to the upside. But look how beautiful the tests are here on the trend line. So the first scenario, same thing. We break this trend. We close outside this trend. I'm going long. I'm putting my stop loss under the previous low. And my risk to reward, I'm looking at a 45% stop loss, and I'm looking at a 30% profit. If we lose the low, this low that we made, I'm looking at us lose it, come up for a quick retest, and then a big short. So same thing, guys. Put your long position. When we break this, your short, I'll do the short first. Maybe that's the way it's showing me. So I would enter the shorts over here with a 3% stop loss. From there, risk to reward 1 to 7, phenomenal short. Phenomenal short if that's what plays out. I need to lose the low first. Once I've lost the low, I'm shorting the retest. And I'm putting my stop loss outside that trend. Very simple, okay? Then I'm looking at the long scenario. Long scenario where we break it, amazing. I put my stop loss under the previous low, 3 to 4%. And to the upside, I'm looking at a 24%. Remember, Bitcoin can bounce. If things go good today and it breaks that top wedge, we can bounce. And then you really want those longs because the market's been coming down. Look here on crypto bubbles. Let's go see the week. Look at this. Market's down. Market goes up 50%, comes down 20%, goes up 50%. Who knows? There might even be new highs after this. So you prep for either one. So Phantom is the next really big one. Then I'll go through these pretty quick because I've explained the scenario now and you know how to trade them. I have Aave. Aave I like because we have a 16 to 20% gap to the bottom and we have a 16 to 20% gap to the top. And we have a fantastic trend line. We break the top, stop loss previous low, risk to reward is incredible. We lose the low, we short the retest, and we have a great short. Guys, now is the perfect time to practice. You don't know how to short? Take school fees money, take $10 and do it today on these trades. So either way that it happens, you now know how to do it. We may go into depression. We may go into a market that does this for the rest of the year. Daily, it means if you're on the daily chart, you're not going to make much money. But on a 4 hour, you're making 20, 30% per trade. If you make 20 to 30%, 3 trades a month, and you calculate what you can do that in over 8 months, it's incredible. Stop throwing your opportunities away. You just need to be relevant with the market. And the market's showing us right now that a 4-hour chart is the best one to be trading with. Incredible. It may change. Next week, Sunday, it may change to daily, which means all the buys we got, we're holding for longer now. But it's telling you to trade, take a profit, trade, take a profit, trade, take a profit. That's what the market is telling you to do right now. So Aave is the next one. Then let's jump. Guys, I teach all this stuff. I told you, do sniper school. I told you. It's going to take you to a whole nother level. GRT, one of my favorite coins. We did incredible. We got the beautiful last push in it. Did really, really, really well. And now we have a fantastic trend. It's so near. If this breaks, risk to reward's great, and you're looking 35% to the upside. If it loses the low, you short the retest, and you're looking at 30% to the downside. Huge trade. Huge, huge, huge trade. So GRT is the next one. Gala Games started showing some great interest. This one is slightly away. This one, the long would probably only come in about 2 days, to be honest, but there can be a short. And the short could be these areas very near where we are now. So what we have is a little trend over here. So if I show you, we can zoom in slightly. This might be a trade for you guys now. You have this little trend over here. We lose that support. This could be a great short. Could be a nice little short. Put your stop loss right here, right above if we break that trend, if we break it. Okay. And if not, and we decide to go up, then there's a great long coming up. Sniper School's the best. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Chainlink. Okay. This for me, there's no bullish scenario right now. There is a possibility of a great short and for you to get the retest. So it's starting to lose the lows now and it's starting to lose this trend. Okay. Now, if Bitcoin starts to move down, I see Chainlink as being one of those that get hurt pretty quickly. Now, I still think Chainlink's going to do well this year and I still think these things, but I do think it's one of those, when you go hunting, you want to find the weak and you want to shoot the weak, right? I hate hunting and anything like that. I'm not using this as that example, but it's the truth. You're finding the coin that's the weakest if the market goes down. Bigger gains for you, right? And as you can see, Chainlink's already not looking good on the higher time frames. So what I'm looking at here is once I confirm the lower low and we come up to retest, I'm going to look to short. And on the short over here, I'm putting a stop loss right here outside that trend line. You can see the trend line that I have over there. But I am looking at this go down to around 5.8. So this can be a nice trade to the downside if the market decides to go down. Chainlink looks like one of those that's going to come down hard. And who knows? This may go down a lot more if Bitcoin does decide to break the lower levels. So Chainlink right now is looking like one of the weaker ones and looking like a downwards trade for now. I do think wherever this next leg comes down, it's going to be great investment opportunities. And we'll focus on the higher time frame charts when that actually comes. And let's see. So I just want to make sure we have an understanding with Bitcoin quick. So shorter time frame, guys. Get too excited. Okay, so Bitcoin, we have this wedge on the 1 hour. You have something like this. Things go really good later. You have something like this. Things go bad. More or less the way we're looking at many of these. Market goes down, Okay, look at the 2 best shorts that I've given you. Market goes up. Look at the 2 to 3 best longs I've given you. Risk to reward right now is in a perfect place because you basically have Bitcoin sitting at 22,000 and you have 23,000 sitting right there and you have 21,000 and it can go in either direction today, all depending on what Powell has to say. So have a fantastic day. Keep learning, keep pushing, don't quit. We got so much happening this year. We got this, guys. If you enjoy the education, smash the like button. Tell all your friends, tell all your family, come do sniper school, and let's make this the best year yet. Work hard in 2023. We retire in 2024 and 2025. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love, fans. Bye. The way it goes, we have to take advantage of it. Volatility is coming. A huge move is coming. And either way that it goes, remember, more redness creates opportunity for the future, but we can make money when it's going down. And obviously, if the market explodes now, you had opportunities to get your entries. You had opportunities to buy these specials. Were you not upset 3 weeks ago when the market was ripping and you never had entries? You were trying to buy way too late. You know, you can fix that this time. So very important. Secondly, guys, join Sniper School. We had an incredible session last night, and I'm going to show you a little bit of why you need to join Sniper School, because it just takes you to a whole nother level of understanding the markets and knowing how to trade it. If you look below, you can register for Sniper School. In order to get in, you have to open a Sniper School exchange link. If you have a Bybit one with one of our previous ones, you can open a OKX, a Mexi, or a BitGet account. deposit $100 that you use to trade, and then you use your user ID in your account's information section, and you put that in, and you'll get access to the full course. I promise you guys, it takes your understanding of the market to a whole nother level, and understanding of the show to a whole nother level. Now, the first thing I want to show you, I just want to give you a little understanding of the power of being relevant with the market and actually having some education. So what I did is I basically took a simple tool, right? And the tool was a stochastic RSI. And what I like to do is I want you to be relevant with the market. Can I ask you the question? In January, when Bitcoin went from 16,000 to 22,000, right? What was the best way to trade that? It was to get one entry and hold the whole month, right? That's how you made money. Like, that was the best time. If you traded multiple times, did it not get really hard? Did it not wreck you? And why? Because you took profits too early, then you try to short, then you struggle to get another buy entry, you know, basically got stuck. And when a bull market comes and we only go up for weeks and weeks and weeks, if you're still stuck in that short-term mind frame, you know, you're not sticking with the market, you're not flowing with what, like, we have a potential to shift into a different trade at any point. A daily shows us we should be trading once a month, right? And there's specific times that that's the best strategy. Doesn't matter if you're a short-term trade, doesn't matter. Because the market only goes purely in one direction. The best thing was to get one entry and to hold it throughout the whole month. It's important to know those things, guys. Now, what I did is I give you a simple little tool to do it. You do this every Sunday, guys, every Sunday. See the stochastic RSI? What it gives you is an area. It doesn't give you the exact bottom, exact low, but it tells you a fishing area of where you should be longing or where you should be shorting. That's it. When we get to the top, says prep for shorts. When we get to the bottom, prep for longs. Then you're going to use trend lines, Fibonacci, all these things to see where can I get the exact perfect buy? Is my risk to reward good? But either way, you just want to have an understanding of where you should be buying and selling. Then what I did is I plotted this on the chart and I put in a little bit of trend lines and things like that of where I would have bought and sold. But what I got was an average. So the first thing that it showed me was a daily candle chart offers me 2 trades a month. Guys, this will save you so much time. I want you to take a notepad after the show, and I want you just to know what every single time frame does for you. Because then I'm going to show you the power of staying with the market and being present. Okay? So now you know that the daily candles offer you 2 trades a month. And if you looked at over here, you would have got 1 long, 1 short. That's what it would have offered you in the last month. So coming from the 7th of February, we're on the 7th of March now. In 1 month, it would have offered you 1 long and 1 short. It would have given you an average between 10%. An average. The highs were slightly higher at 15, the lows were 15, but I'm taking a basic average of the tools that we use. So it would have offered you 2. So a total of more or less around 20%. This is on Bitcoin. Now I know, okay, the daily candle chart offers me 2 trades a month, and I more or less know each trade's about 10%. Now what you do is every Sunday you update this, and you will continuously understand what Bitcoin is offering you on the daily, longing and shorting, what those percentages are. That's great, because now you know, okay, amazing, that's what it offers me. Then the next thing, I jump to the 12-hour chart. And I'm like, okay, what would the 12-hour chart would have given me? It would have given me 1 long, 1 short, 1 long. It basically gave me an average of around 8% per trade. Okay, I had a 12% long, 11%, a 7% short, and a 3% long, offering me 20%. Amazing. So a 12-hour chart offers me 3 trades per month. Are we freezing? We're freezing. Guys, stay. This is important. This is going to blow your mind. It's incredible to learn through these stages. I'm going to always teach when the market gets to this point, because this is what keeps you relevant. So now I'm going to keep going. Okay. So now you know the 12 hours. You put that in your book now. So the daily offers me 2 trades a month. The 12-hour offers me 3 trades a month. Amazing. And now you get a little bit of an average. And you can see this offered me 20%. So you can already see the daily was better than the 12-hour. Okay? Because aren't you confused? There's so many time frames. Which one do I trade? But now I know. Okay, amazing. Now I jump to the next one. Let's go to 8-hour. So the 8-hour would have offered me 1 long, 1 short, 1 long. Amazing. It would have offered me 1 long, 1 short, 1 long, 1 short. 4 trades would have offered me 30%, 8%, 3%, 6%, giving me more or less around an 8% average. But it would have given me 31%. Okay? So So now I know, okay, 8-hour chart offers me 45 trades per month. And right now, it's giving me the best percentage and average. Okay, fantastic. Then we quickly jump to this. I'm going to explain to you why this is so powerful now, guys. Then I jump to the 4-hour chart. And the 4-hour chart would have given me one short, one long, one short, long, 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 short. Okay, amazing. It would have given me 8 trades, but given me an average of these trades of up to 40 to 45%. Now, guys, this isn't the tops or bottoms. This is just an average. Amazing. So it would have been a lot more if you were extremely accurate. But as a bare minimal, I use trend lines. It's late. It's not even the tops. Like, it's late that I use for this beta offer. But now I know the 4-hour offers me 8 trades a month, and right now giving me 43%. Okay, now let me explain to you how amazing this actually is. So, what I just did, because I updated that on the Sunday, I now have an understanding of what each time frame does.
The influx of investment dollars. Swap up to be right back. The influx of investment dollars. Swap up to be right back.
from the highs and get into that potential. At this moment, yeah guys, smash up the like button. For that swing trade, I would have to see the low, because I am very much aware, guys, and I think you guys are aware also, that what's going to be said, this is something that let's dive in here into the price of Bitcoin. It looks like that potentially today we are going to see a little bit of volatility, because we got this guy over here, Jerome Powell. He's going to testify. He's testifying of something, okay? So it could be absolutely nothing. It might not do much to the market, or it might do a big, massive move. We don't really know, but he is talking about something at 4 o'clock Central European time, which is just about 3 hours from now. What is going to happen? Will we see much volatility, or is there not much going to be said? This is something that, you know, is going to be interesting at this point with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at a crucial zone at this moment, and of course, you know, there is a potential really nice setup that I would be waiting for. They're really nice scalp scenarios here. We're going to go through some scalp scenarios that happened yesterday on the live stream. We will talk about scalp scenarios that have happened today as well, giving you that pure educational content at the beginning of the stream, guys, like always. But I want to go, you know, talk about this, what could happen, you know, in between today and tomorrow. Maybe that volatility with Jerome Powell speaking, you know, I think it could potentially dump the market, okay? I think, you know, we never know with the technicals. If, you know, we got this guy coming out talking about, I don't know, you know, he's going to be more aggressive with interest rates, or he's going to be, I don't know, anything could be said from this guy, and he could move the market, right, at least in the short term with that volatility. But if we do get that movement right now, you know, in the next coming hours to that low, this is the level that I'm going to be paying attention, guys, with that volatility, okay? I'll be very, very cautious to see what this guy is actually going to say. But if we do come down, test the lows, we know the deal, guys. We've got an important zone here of consolidation. We've got the lows to be tested. Will this be a successful breakout or not? This is what I'm going to be paying attention. Remember, as a trader, I will be waiting for a kind of a reaction. I'll be waiting for a sign of strength. I'll be waiting for, you know, a consolidation or something, you know, at least a rejection from this low, because it could break straight through that level, okay? It does look bearish. This range does look, you know, it doesn't look safe. It doesn't look healthy for some more uptrend. We've got big volume to the downside. We'll be talking about the bullish case scenarios as well. Of course, we talk about both scenarios, bullish and bearish. That's what I'm waiting for here. See how we're going to test the lows, right? Hey, if you're so sure that the lows are going to be tested, why don't you short it? Well, I'm more of a scalper day trader, and I like to trade the ranges, okay? For that swing trade, I would have to see the low, because I am very much aware, guys, and I think you guys are aware also, that we could get a bigger relief rally here from this major drop, right? The market moves in waves and has relief rallies. Why can we have a large relief rally here before continuation to the downside? This is what we need to understand, right? So taking a look here at the lower time frames, and I'm just going to go quickly through that comment section, guys. Make sure to destroy the like button. Yesterday's live stream was absolutely phenomenal. We had that educational content talking about a volume breakout strategy, talking about, you know, harmonics with you know, volume strategy as well, with support resistance, getting into, you know, really nice scalping trade scenarios, playing out to perfection on the stream, you know, absolutely beautiful. Live, right, which is this is what, you know, a lot of people are excited because of the live streams, right? We're looking at these trading setups live. Andy is invisible. Yes, I am. I'm wearing green. I'm wearing, you know, the Harry Potter cape right over here, which is absolutely amazing. Look at this, guys. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, so this is why it's the same as my green screen. How cool is that? How cool is this? Think about that. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go through the comment section, say hello to the community. We can zoom in on the lower time frames and take a look at some potential scenarios, okay? Yeah, when we take a look at higher time frames, guys, we're not looking for swing trades yet, okay? We know the deal. We know the deal. You know, it's a very, very difficult area. This low can be tested at 21,900. We could also get a larger relief rally after this consolidation and then drop, right? It's a difficult range, okay? The best levels for trading here for a swing trade would be getting that bounce, hitting a larger resistance zones, such as this daily level that was absolutely broken down, but it can react as resistance. It is that point of control from this volume traded zone, right? How cool would that be if we were to come all the way up here, hitting Fibonacci levels from this high to the low, right? Which would be around about 50%, 618. We'll be looking at that reaction from this zone, point of control, Fibonacci levels, lower high resistance trend line. You know, there's just a lot of confluence there if we were to get that bounce. Then we could possibly look for a swing short position. However, you know, it's going to be a crucial zone as well of resistance, because if it does break, if it does manage to break, okay, the lower highs right there, you know, this could be a descending wedgie scenario, right? Are you going to short if we get that bounce to this level, okay? Would you short at that 22.9, 23K range when you're forming this kind of price action? It's a crucial resistance zone. But resistance and support levels, no matter how strong they are there to be broken. And the harder they are, they will break with big volume and volatility, right? Big support levels are there to be broken with large amount of volatility, price action, and volume, right? So we want to be extremely cautious, because these points over here are for explosive breakouts, right? They are there for explosive breakouts. So I'll be very, very careful getting into these trade scenarios at these important levels. Like I said, if we do hit that 22.9, 23K range, I want to see a reaction. I want to see a double top. I want to see a swing failure from the highs and get into that potential position, right, for that corrective move. That is what what I want to wait for to get into that safe trade, right? Safe trade, swing trade scenario. For the moment, I like scalping the range, you know, until we get that movement, you know, that solid movement. Less than 10 likes. Come on, hit the like button. I can see we got 59 at this moment. Yeah, guys, smash up the like button for this educational content, you know, possible scenarios, risk management. You know, we're only talking about, you know, really cool things here on the chart, how to trade this crazy market. At the moment, we are at the point of control from the range, right? We got one bounce here, we're creating a lower high. It's not looking great, guys. It's looking a bit weak, okay, unfortunately, but it is what it is, right? But we at support. This is why we're getting a reaction from this range, as you can see. Point of control right there. Something curious here to take a look at is that we are from this low to the high at the 618, from this low to this high, because this is the high. We are almost also tapped the 618. So this is the other one's at 665. And from this low over here, we are at just slightly below the 382, right? A lot of fib levels here at this range. Also the point of control. You know, the breakout from this potential bump and run scenario, you know, we're not seeing very much signs of strength. I would have loved to see a high breakout from this level. Something curious to say, okay, I didn't see much people talking about this. I'm really not taking a look at any other channels or any other analysis, basically. But, you know, this is a kind of a thumbnail thing, right? Thumbnail pattern like I did the other day. We actually got a bounce from this level, funny enough. You can connect this level over here to perfection, right? If we do connect it perfectly with a ray and go with a magnet right there from this level to this one right there to that wick, right? So So then you have the perfect trend line lower high right there. Bang, bang. We actually got a, you know, insane bounce from that level, guys. And this is what usually happens first with this, you know, bump and run scenario. The bounce happened. It's just we didn't have enough power here. We're not getting a lot of power with this bounce. This was an insane short opportunity, guys, right over here. This, I would have taken a short trade at this level right over here. And I'm going to explain it right now on the lower time frames. This was a crazy nice short position. I'm going to explain it right away, right now. Okay, so this bounce, you know, we're not getting some sign of strength here. Volume is very, very low. The only nice volume we had was yesterday while we were streaming. There were some really nice trade setups here. We had the failed breakout from this high. This was also an insane short position. We had a really nice long scalp here, getting a bounce right there. Really cool trading scenarios yesterday. We came retraced down here, got a bounce from this lower high trend line, you're right, from this bump and run scenario. The bounce happened, guys. It happened. We broke out with high volume. I mean, you cannot make this up. We broke out from that lower high resistance trend line with high volume. We got the bounce from that level. You know, almost coming up to test the highs. You know, you could potentially got into a long position here. And we know the deal. Take profits at the 618 from the drop, from the high to the low. Why not? Get a bounce. You're at support here. Take profits at the 618. Let me quickly explain here how this was an insane short position. I want to note that I'm in no trade scenarios at the moment. No trades taken on me right now for the moment. I am looking for some setups. I don't like this price action. You know, it looks a little bit weak. It does look weak. It does look weak after this bounce, right? We got the bounce. Now this lower high is just not looking great. Maybe some shorts, scalp shorts, you know, really nice. The best trade was at 4 o'clock, you know, in between 2 and 4 o'clock in the morning, Central European time, because that was a Gartley pattern. Yes, sir. Back to welding, Andy, if we see a crash. Well, luckily I have a big stack of USDT. If USDT crashes, then yeah, then I'll be very worried. I do have, I think with my Bitcoin stack, you know, I will still be good if Bitcoin goes down to 10K. If Bitcoin goes down to 1K, then yeah, I'll definitely have to be thinking about looking for, you know, another thing. I'll be continuing trading, guys. It doesn't really matter. Stable coins. I'm worried about stable coins. I have a big stack in stable coins at the moment. Stacking stable coins as well. Diversifying with stable coin. Not only USDT, USDC and DAI. I like DAI. I've got a large portion of DAI at the moment. But let's talk about trading. Let's not talk about, you know, what could happen to me if everything crashes. Don't worry about me, guys. Worry about yourself. I'll still be here on YouTube and, you know, doing TA. Why was this a good short? We're getting a little bit of a drop at the moment as we speak. Getting a bit of that drop right now. Seeing the weakness on the price. Are we going to have a massive crash down? Ooh, a bit of volatility here at the moment. Ooh, getting a bit of volatility going on. We can take a look at this volatility. And some potential setups, right? If we do get a solid breakdown here, we can take a look at some potential moves, support levels, resistance, if we do see high volume. But let me just go quickly here, all right? We're not going to pay attention much now on this price action. Just give me a couple of minutes. The reason why this was a really good short, and this is actually the take profit zone. This is a take profit 3. And I can already see some people saying, you know, Gartley pattern. Yeah, and this is basically it. We had a really nice Gartley pattern over here. It's not the most beautiful, but the levels have been respected perfectly. You know, we've got this high, this low here creating the bounce. Then we got this high right over here, just at the 382 range. Again here at 50%, we got, you know, and then the 7.8, right? Then we got the 7.8. Really nice Gartley pattern right there. yeah, it was just a good short. All right, it was a quick short. This is a lower time frame day trade right there. And of course, your targets are the 618 from here, bang, where you take profit, C point and A point where we're just about hitting right now as we speak. Okay, really nice Gartley pattern right there. Definitely worth the short. It was definitely worth that short position. You know, with a bit of leverage, you know, you are looking for a really nice trade. We know that the target is A here as well as you know, taking a look here at that position. You know, basically you're looking at this kind of risk to reward, at least to your first take profit, and then of course, you know, your second take profit is right over there. Always can hold a position because, you know, this is looking a little bit weak, right? It looks a little bit weak. So, you know, that was a really nice setup. You know, the reason why I didn't get into this trade because it was 4 o'clock in the morning, so I was sleeping, you know, but it would have been a really nice, you know, scalp day trade, well, day trade basically, set up here from that Gartley. So let's zoom in and take a look at this price action because, you know, if, you know, there might be a nice little setup here. For the moment, it is, you could arguably discuss, we're still at point of control, right? We're still at point of control. Got a bit of volatility on lower time frames, but we're still there. We're inside the range, okay? Inside of the range here. We're trying to break out from this value area high. We're currently at the value area, currently at point of control range. Value area low, 22,268. We could get a reaction at that level, okay? On lower time frames, I want to take a look at, you know, some potential scalping setups. And first of all, I want to go through the comment section. Got a bit of volume here kicking in on this movement down. There's a bit of volume kicking in here. Probably a nice little scalp to be taken. We can take a look at this right now. Let's get VPVR out of the way. Get the 3-minute chart and take a look at some potential levels. Yeah, interesting to see. You know, we could fail to break down from this low. We've got an interesting liquidity level right there where we do have support bounce. You know, we could wick down that level, get a short little bounce. Overall, with this kind of volume, I would prefer to see scalp shorts. Scalping shorts would be the best option here, of course, as we're having high volume. 25% short and out. Nice. Yeah, we've seen the price a bit weak here. The price is being a little bit weak, but wow, that would have been an ideal trade scenario right over here. You know, this would have been an absolute beautiful trade, right? You're hitting the 7-8 here, Fibonacci from this high to the low, getting this really nice momentum. You know, bang, that would have been the spot on short position. Price was already looking quite weak with this, you know, with this failed breakdown here, right? With this failed breakup, sorry. So when we took a look at this level over here, it was a really nice short spotted on yesterday's stream as well, failing to break out from this high. Price was already looking pretty weak when we have this movement down, right? So it's definitely worth that shot for that Gartley right over there. Next move, you know, I would look for a failed breakdown for any long position. Very difficult for longs at the moment. You know, you could fail to break down from this level. You could get into a long position if you fail to break down. On the other side, scalping shorts are better with this downtrend. Scalping shorts are better with this downtrend. We'll be taking a look at the 1-minute time frame, guys, and take a look at some potential scenarios. Okay, let's go through the comment section, say hello to the community. Almost 300 people watching. Smash up that like button, guys, on your way in, and let's take a look. Hey Andy, how much sideways market? Yes, a lot of sideways market. Very boring. We can have some high time frame predictions, right? Looking for you know, the potential setups, right? Where we have that bump and run scenario, higher time frames, you know, we're at a support. I'm looking for these lows at 21,900 to be tested, to get into some trades as well. But till that happens, guys, this has been such a boring market for the swing traders. This has been a boring market for the swing traders. I have got into a few trades the last few days here, and they've all been profitable. You know, I'm not, you know, I will share it in the Telegram group if you want my trading history. And it's been pretty profitable, this range for me. I would have very likely got stopped out if I would have got into any trade here. Very, very likely. You know, this is a kind of a stop once scenario inside of a range, right? You have a massive pump and a massive dump inside the range. You know, I probably would have longed or got stopped out. But anyway, I did not trade this level. Like I said, I mean, if you watched yesterday's live stream, hang on guys, let me take a look at the range here, because kind of below the point of control. Yeah, yesterday's live stream was pretty cool, because so many, I mean, this was textbook technical analysis as well, you know, and strategies were playing out really nicely. You know, I got into some long position right over here and closed off most of the position at this range. But we got, you know, we talked on the live stream, hey, this is a good level to short right there. This was a good level to long, right? So we actually longing and shorting at the same time. Of course, you can hedge long and short on Bybit, right? You do have that option of hedging on the USDT pair, which is absolutely phenomenal, right? You can get into those hedge positions. So we're talking about that really nice long position right there because of a Gartley, because of a, you know, big volume on this movement up. That bounce was very highly predictable to that 618 target level. A nice short position also as well, which you could have held right from that long. Okay, this would have turned out into really nice, you know, really nice short position. Okay, with high profits at this level, testing this low range. But yeah, all mentioned on yesterday's live stream. And you know, the good thing, we were talking about hedging. Of course, hedging is possible on Bybit on the USDT pair. Remember, you do have the best bonus available down below in the description. Another way to support the channel, another way for me to continue with YouTube, all right? Not only smashing the like button, but you also get that $30,000 worth of bonus on Bybit. If you want to short and long, okay, hedge, you know, your positions and keep the best one, you want to do it on Bybit. I think Bybit is the top, one of the top, okay, leverage trading platforms for cryptocurrency. You get that bonus of $30,000. It's in the pinned comment as well, guys. And this is, you know, what you can do is hedge, of course, on Bybit. You can get into that, you know, really nice resistance zone, get into a short, and you can get into a nice long into a support level. Of course, we talk about take profit zones. So you are taking profits as you are in two trades, okay? You're in a short and a long, and both of them are in profit. Both of the trades are in profit. So, you know, you're basically taking profit from both of them, and you will keep the best one till you get stopped out from that one, right? From the one that you actually, you know, if you're in a long position, you get stopped out from that one, bang, you continue with that short trade and take the rest of the gains when you consolidate or you hit a major low level, right? Another small little swing failure. I got into another trade scenario, guys, yesterday, which was really good. It was a really good trade. Which one was that? It was this one. I shared it in the Telegram group, okay? We weren't hitting the exact level here, but it was a really nice short trade. This one right over here. It was a quick trade, I gotta say. We had lower highs right there. It's fun to explain the trade setups, guys, because I share them on the Telegram group. I got someone sharing that he shorted down here and saying, wow,
all right.
Stay cautious.
Yeah, it's going to be a little chop going into the Federal Reserve meeting that's occurring in a little bit.
You know, wait for that
going to make some difficulties with Bitcoin, but I do think that
one of my favorite trading strategies, right?
wherever it's going to go, it's going to go both directions. So regardless of the position we're at right now or long,
take a look at the zone, right? Take a look at the zone. Take a look at this on the 1 minute.
22,000.
Basically it, right? Where you have the start
Oh, I can't.
with high volume.
65.
You got those bouncers here, yeah. You know,
It looks like you'll be able to hit it either way.
right?
Make
Really
a
nice
decent
setup
profit.
for today's live stream.
Let me look at the S&P. All right, this is not bad.
You break down, you know, you are
This is
getting
negative.
weaker
It's
and
not
weaker.
catching up.
Lower high, lower high, lower
Okay,
high.
I'm going to set a stop loss on this, try and get out of it.
Bang, you break
Hopefully
down with
up
high
around
volume.
here,
Red alert.
I could get out of it at
ready. You could
least.
potentially get
It's a
into
stop loss
scalp.
here.
Right there was a really nice short scalp.
But
Why?
yeah,
You're moving up.
the S&P is about to have a lot of volatility right now. I do have a tight stop loss, right? It's actually longer than my profit, but
This level over here. You can get into really nice scalping.
but I'm hoping there's not too much volatility preceding this preceding this Federal Reserve announcement that's going to start in
Get out of that trade
just under 2 hours.
when we test the lows.
All right,
This
that's
is
a
a
good
clear
too.
take profit level, the lows from the drop with high volume. What happens? You test the lows. If you do not take profit here from this short
I actually might rewind this and listen to what Andy is saying right now for a second. I missed that and I wanted to hear it. So this is Andy from Bitcoin Census I'm listening to. He's a little guy to fill in some of your gaps while you're doing your own TA.
Where you have the start
Anybody needs any
with high volume, guys.
breakdowns or anything, just put them in the chat. Please like, please subscribe.
Right, really nice setup on yesterday's live stream at the end. When you break down, you know, you are getting weaker and weaker. Lower high, lower high, lower high. Kind of a descending triangle scenario. Bang, you break down with high volume. Red alert, you know, get ready. You could potentially get into a short scalp. Right there was a really nice short scalp. Why? You're moving up, you're having that dead cat bounce to the back of this massive move with high volume. You got this level over here, you got this level over here. You can get into a really nice scalping short level to the lows. To the lows right there. And lows were tested. That is your moment. You get out. You get out of that trade.
Man, I kind of had a feeling I should have gotten out of that S&P 500 trade.
Level, the lows from the drop with high volume. What happens?
Even though it wasn't that much, I think that
Take profit here from this short
probably stay
position.
vigilant, watch
What
this,
happens?
trying to dilute myself
Get
too
this.
much.
So you can either
Yeah,
get
I'm gonna
stopped
bring
out.
a-
You can either get stopped out or stopped out at break even if you do not take profit.
At least I'm going to set a stop loss.
And I exited at the
I want to kind of decide what I want to do.
with
There's going to be a lot of stuff coming up in a little bit, so I'm going to have to go, gonna have to run fast, I guess would be the term for it, between crypto and the S&P 500. Any questions, shoot in the chat. Any analysis, shoot that in the chat.
A little bit of volatility. Stay cautious because
Out of that S&P 500
still in a
trade.
massive range. No real big breakdown from big levels, just a bit of choppy action. I like to see big levels of resistance and support being bounced several times. Right over here, we're in a kind of a downtrend, but no big major levels being respected. Several times here. It's just not a. This right over here for me is not like a solid breakout from this low over here, right? It's just a kind of a wick down and up. Not a large move here. Yeah, guys, stay cautious. We're not going to talk about some setups right now. One of the main reasons why is because in just a few hours, guys, we have Jerome Powell speaking. Okay, just in a few hours from now. I'm really not interested in the volatility. You know, I'm probably not going to be able to go live because I got some stuff to do. This is why I'm doing an early live stream today. I just can say stay cautious, guys, because this moment can bring volatility in the market. If you are in any trading setups, stay cautious because what this man could do is basically this, right? He could make volatility come down, volatility go up, right? And that is just in a few hours from now, guys. So if you are in any trading scenarios, protect yourself. Protect yourself. You know, we don't really know what this man is going to say. You know, maybe there's a higher percentage that whatever he says can affect the market to the downside. If you want to bet that on a trade, I mean, it is up to you. I do not like to play the roulette, you know, when I'm trading. I like to be very, very technical, very defensive with my scenarios. You know, a lot of people can take advantage of that move, but I don't know what is gonna, you know, this is the thing. I do not know how you know, what he's gonna say. Is it gonna be bullish or not? A lot of people like to say, hey, I'm going, you know, 50x or 30x or 100x short because I think we're going to drop because of the news. You know, I think we're going to drop. You know, we likely going to drop whatever he says. Yeah, guys, we're not going to do that here. You know, here we do professional technical analysis, very good risk management. That's what we got here. So, you know, whoever's saying, you know, it's going to be bearish, we're going to short or we're going to long because it's going to be bullish, stay extremely cautious, guys. Right, let's go quickly through the comment section. Like should be automatically hit every time we enter Andy's live stream. Wow, Music Slave Alien, thank you very much. Automatic like, that would be awesome. Yeah, if everybody had an automatic like, that would be really cool, guys. You know, if you haven't smashed the like button for this nice technical analysis and potential scenarios. Oh, yesterday was absolutely golden, guys. I might be doing a night live stream today for scalping setups, for live scalping setups. Hit that like button, guys, for a night live stream. Night live stream would be here in about 6-7 hours from now. I'm not sure if that's going to be good for your time zone, but for looking for those scalping setups, right? Do live trading, do live scalping. I took advantage of some long positions already, but the people loved it yesterday. You know, I got, hey, thanks for the long scalp here. People absolutely loved it. So smash up the like button if you want some more of those kind of live streams with setups and you know, and scalping scenarios. Andy's invisible, yes sir. Hi Andy, thank you for your time and lessons. Crypto Fart. Hey, you're very, very welcome. I mean, this was also a really nice short, guys. This we look at, you know, we're also doing lessons. We're doing lessons here. We are doing education, right? No financial advice, of course, never ever, even though we talk about setups and they do come into fruition or sometimes get stopped out. Don't be mad. Stop losses are there to be hit, guys, to protect our liquidations and to lose more of our potential account. But when we're trading, guys, make sure to analyze those failed breakouts, those big resistance zones. You know, we got a failed breakout from this level. How can I improve, you know, this to be a really nice short position if it's a failed breakout? Well, taking a look at harmonic patterns, guys, you know, Fibonacci levels. Harmonic is a combination of Fibonacci's, and you know, we're hitting that 7-8 from this high to the low to perfection, you know, and you're failing to break out from this level. So try and get those combinations, get that confluence, and you got a golden shorting trade right there. I would have loved to get into this short, but I was sleeping, unfortunately, and I don't leave limit orders while I'm sleeping. You know, that's not going to happen. Every time I've done that, you know, it's just like a roulette. It's like a roulette. I can wake up and say, oh, I'm in profit, or wake up and say, oh my goodness, you know, I'm really a negative here. So why do that? Why do that? Just during the day for a few hours, get into your scalp, your day trade, and get into highest probability trade scenarios. Thank you, Andy. I long from 20.5, 20,500. All right. Well, that must have been a few weeks ago. Thanks, Andy. Says Simon, Matthew, will Powell speak live? I'm not sure if he will. You can find that out if you do click here. I use Forex Factory or Trading Economics, okay, to take a look at news events. Obviously, if we do have it red, then it can be important. On Friday, we have also the US unemployment rate. This is definitely going to be going to bring some volatility. I will go live at this event, no doubt, on Friday, 2:30 Central European time. Unemployment rate. We should be getting some volatility there as well. But yeah, will Federal with Jerome Powell go live? Very interesting to see. What I do know that volatility could kick in, guys, in a couple of hours. If you are doing any trading, stay protective, stay defensive, guys, with your trading. Don't worry, a few hours after that, The levels will be respected on your technical analysis. Today should be an altcoin live stream. Bitcoin is so steady. Yeah, very true. But hey, even though it's going sideways, guys, we have those opportunities. Maybe some of you guys could have taken advantage of that Gartley pattern right there. Come on. I have been doing some really nice trading, okay, inside of these zones, all right? Yesterday as well, got into a nice short position right over here, like I just explained, you know, shared on the the Telegram group, you know, saying I've shorted here, sharing my PNL, sharing the target. Of course, target is the lows. You know, it's pretty clear to me. It's level to level scalping scenarios. You know, we break down from major zone, we back test this level with high volume. It's pretty simple and easy for me, you know, get in and I get out at the lows. That's it. Then what happens, you know, price goes against me because it's level to level trading. Been a lot of opportunities here, even though we're going sideways, eh? You know, a lot of opportunities. You know, I like to trade the range as well, eh? I like to trade ranges. There are opportunities in the ranges as well. You just need to know how to trade them. So yeah, guys, how much do you risk per trade without leverage? Without leverage? That's a very interesting question. You know, I always use leverage for my trading. Or I don't do spot trading for games. Spot trading is to buy and hold. Have it in my ledger, you know, have it in my cold wallet. I always leverage trade. Being 10x, 20x, 50x, it doesn't matter as long as you have good risk management. We do not want to lose more than 3% of our account. If you're losing 20% of your account in one trade, oh my goodness, that is a fifth of your account. That is just too much for one trade. You'll be wiped out in no time. So you need to try and scale up, all right, risking, you know, not losing more than 3%. Andy the Goat says, smart money. Smart money. Hey, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream, my man. Not much being said. We're having volatility in a couple of hours, maybe because of Jerome Powell speaking. Talked about a little bit of educational content at the beginning of the stream. We're still basically in a large range. You know, we're at point of control. Let me just ask a poll here quickly. Yeah, I'm gonna ask a poll. Are you hang on a second, let me just get into another poll here, 1 second. Bullish, bearish. Sorry guys, I'm just doing a poll here, then we'll crack on with the you know, Bitcoin and the comment section. Are you bullish or bearish between today and tomorrow, guys? Are you bullish or bearish in between today and tomorrow for Bitcoin, of course? On Bitcoin. Oh my goodness, this poll is going to be too,
Man,
question is going to be too.
I forget to put in my stop loss in profit.
Between today and tomorrow, guys.
I go make some chicken strips, and I went from $50 in profit to $100 out of profit. That was stupid. Gotta pay attention. Always set your stop losses, even a little bit of profit. You're not around. I think I might have a chance to get out of this. But if not, it'll be a minor. What do I have? Just like about a $250 loss wouldn't be bad, but still, being that I already had the trade won. There we go. That's It'd be nice if I can get back out of this.
You know, bump and run. We did get a bounce from.
All right.
Let's get some lines here out of the way, because I mean,
move that down even lower.
Messy chart.
That. So then I don't even have to worry. If it dings, I know I'm in profit. If it doesn't, I have the stop loss. Move on to Bitcoin. Wait for the wait for Federal Reserve Powell to speak.
It's pretty curious.
Looks like Our BTC longs go up at 22,000. 365 isn't doing poorly.
Funny enough, when we're talking about this scenario, guys, we want to be quick.
We hit a max profit of 222.
You're just not going to make.
You got out, but you wanted to get out. That would have been a good time. But anyways,
you're happy.
we think there's going to be a spike in either direction. So when it comes up here, it's going to be going up one way, boom, boom, down possibly a little bit further. But personally, think it's going to go up. I don't think Powell is going to try and scare the Congress as much as people think. It could be wrong, but I don't think he's going to do that. I don't think anything's pumping in the way that it was, where he needs to cool it off. Everything seems mid-level, so hopefully he could just say we're going to be keeping the course. We have to keep a steady course, and that'll be good enough. And there we go. Look at that. Boom.
Could have longed that level.
Oh, what the fuck?
It was point of control.
Oh, I just got an alert. What was that for? Oh, I thought it was this. Damn it. I got an alert on my phone, and I was so happy for a second that was goddamn. That was the SP 500. Man, it juked me. Come on, build a base. Build a base and just pop back up for me for a few seconds, hopefully.
Point of control from this range, right? I mean, this is a nice day trade. And you're hitting the resistance level from lower highs here to perfection. Bump and run, resistance, acting as support. You cannot make this up, guys. It is here. It is live. I'm showing it to you. It's a long position. It's a long. You could have longed that. I didn't long it. I was sleeping already. I was in bed. I didn't care much about it. I did a quick short scalp here, level to level. I didn't pay attention to this resistance trend line. And the short I got into, I was happy enough. I did 2 successful trades yesterday. I'm happy with that, Bang, bang, breakdown with high volume, bounce, bounce, quick in and out. But this was a long as well. It was a long. Then, when you hedging, when we hedging, I'm gonna get more into hedging, guys, and I will explain hedging, and I will show my hedging trades as well on live streams. When hedging, you can long position here, and you can short at these levels. You got basically a failed breakout from this level over here, this high. It's kind of a retest, right? It's kind of a nice retest right there. Failed breakout, but not only that, we got a really nice Gartley pattern right there as well. Okay, so you're like, hey, I'm in a long position. I like my long position because we could probably go higher and break the highs. It's a possibility. And this, finally bump and run scenario is going to come into fruition, and we're going to hit 22.9, 23k levels. But what if it doesn't? We are failing to break out this level. We're forming a Gartley level. I'm going to hedge my long position with a nice short at this resistance zone and this pattern. So, you would be kind of in profits on both positions on this level. And maybe it's going to be better to hold the short or maybe hold the long. What you want to be cautious as well is from this short position of the Gartley, which the target is the A point, right? That is your ultimate low, your last target, basically. You want to stay cautious if you are, in this long and not taking profits. That low over here we could swing failure low at this level, right? So test the low, bang, and then if it fails to break out, we could get that bounce. And you don't want to be in that long, not taking profits here, and in that short and not taking profits here, thinking, yeah, we're going to go to 21.9, no doubt about that. Hey, this could create a kind of a double bottom. Stay cautious. You could fail to break out. What I'm saying here basically is take profit, guys. Take profits on your trades. Yeah, that's not much to say. Seb, thank you very much. Remember, if you are looking to hedge your positions, get into a long and a short at the same time in different positions, Bybit is the option, okay? On the USDT pair, you can do that on any altcoin. Remember, you have the best bonus available. down below of $30,000. It's another way to support the channel. It's another way for you to change exchanges if you're on Binance or, you know, I don't know, Qcoin or other exchanges that you do futures, Femex, BitGet, you know, Bybit got a really good bonus that can be claimed at the rewards hub, and you're also supporting the channel for me to continue with analysis, free analysis on YouTube. Smashing up the like button is also a good option. So yeah, guys, I just took a risky short at 22,390. This move down had some volume. 22,390. Okay, not on the USDT pair, it's probably on the US dollar pair, but yeah, it ain't you know, it ain't bad. You know, these lows could be tested. I would stay a little bit cautious with this downtrend. I don't like this breakdown from this level and this move up. I don't like it. I don't like it. We've been moving down here. You know, we could get a bigger bounce. I don't like the breakdown, basically. You know, such high volume, not having a really nice breakdown from a low, it's alarming for me. Okay, I don't see a scalp short here. What I want to see with high volume is breaking a big level and a big price action like this, right? Bang, high volume. I took advantage of this bounce. That is what I want to see. High move, high volume, big level of resistance, testing the back of the bullish volume range, which is right there. And this is a large move. This is a good breakout. That's a good short. High volume with low price action move. It's alarming. For me, it's alarming. You know, I want to see it. You know, if this price action right there would have done something like this, bang, you know, with this volume, then I would consider entering a short at, you know, at this range of resistance. You know, it's different. It's different. You know, so far the volume is bearish, so, you know, you could actually continue this trend right down. Not for me. I want to see more explosive moves. You know, I like to get into really high probability trade scenarios. So, but yeah, everything points out, you know, we are trending down. You know, the lows can be tested, no doubt about that. The low scalp, you know, we could test the lows as we are trending down. Guys, stay safe with your trading in the next coming hours. We do have this guy, Jerome Powell, speaking. Okay, we could get some volatility. Stay extremely cautious with your technical analysis, because technical analysis is broken when we have these big news out. Okay, Bybit having financial difficulties. Wow. What I do know is that Bybit is on the top 5 exchanges. Okay, why would they have financial difficulties? You know, they have been proven to have the, you know, the reserves. And when we take a look at top 5 derivatives exchange, wow, it's just jumped up today. It was number 4 yesterday, jumped to number 3. They move billions of dollars, you know, every 24 hours. And you know, they do gain in fees. So yeah, I think they're pretty well set off. Okay, I wouldn't say they're having financial issues. Guys, thank you very much for joining the live stream. Stay cautious with your trading. Smash up the like button. Let's see if we can do another live stream tonight after the news event. See if we can find some scenarios for trading. I just want to say to the community to stay aware with your trading. Okay, let's see the poll here. Are you bullish or bearish on Bitcoin in the next coming hours, in between today and tomorrow? 55% of people are bullish.
The strategy that you are currently using to trade does not work. Let me show you why. See, if you're like most traders out there, you've been taught either a technical or a fundamental analysis technique. The problem is, well, one word: discretion. See, the number one thing that traders struggle with is emotion, right? They either doubt the trades they're taking, or when they're in a trade, they get fearful about where and when to get out, or they get greedy, hold on too long, and the trade turns around and ends.
Welcome back to the Eric Crown Crypto channel, wishing you a happy and healthy start to this nice Tuesday morning here. It's a Tuesday event day. That's right, Jay Powell is speaking. He's actually testifying in front of Congress, which is typically a bit of a short-term volatility day, not necessarily like a trending movement day. That's usually reserved for the major economic events. But you can find this for yourself on the events tab over here on the Crown Trading application, and it is around 3 p.m. U.S. time, I believe it's Eastern Standard Time, that he'll be getting on the board there, and well, expect some nice movements. Other than that, I want to once again remind you that that we do have a nice little questionnaire in the link in the description below, as is the link for the for the app here, where you can actually find this data. But more importantly, to the point, if you do want to give your opinion on that, it would actually greatly help us understand, well, the community better, and understand thus, you know, what is on your mind, which is probably a good thing to be understanding. Anyways, let me now get into the analysis. I want to make this one a little more on the streamlined side, and let me get rid of my discords over here, and let's just jump right into it. So yes, starting off right in over here with the daily time frame for Bitcoin, we do see something of interest. First and foremost, Bitcoin based off the green 55 exponential moving average, which, you know, that is where you do expect your higher lows to come in on an uptrend, and your lower highs to come in on a downtrend. In this case, Bitcoin's still in an uptrend, so ultimately, if Bitcoin is going to continue with the uptrend, probably do expect it to come from this region.
Oh man, we hit our stop loss so fast. Maybe I thought we should have just got out of that.
I say potential here.
I mean, at least we got into the point, so hopefully I am going to possibly look to short right now.
Annoying. Yeah, oh, it's actually already in there.
Or what I'm thinking is re-jockeying into a long. Hopefully this thing just doesn't blast up right now. That would suck, because I kind of waited and thought I was going to do that, but hopefully we could get down here or here, and
very likely looking at a move back up into the mid $23,000 territory. Somewhere between, let's say, like 23.5, maybe even all the way up to 24,000 bucks. So do keep that in mind. But again, that is pending validation. Invalidation, or not necessarily invalidation, but just
rock and roll in here.
The downside would be a daily closure. Looking at moves back down below, probably ultimately below 21,000 bucks, with a bounce along the way. Tentatively looking probably somewhere around the mid 20,000 territory. Excuse this poll right there. It is not relevant for anything other than nothing. Anyways, yes, moving on now, we can get into the next chart. So keep in mind the validation point at about 22,800, because that actually matches up very, very well here when we look at daily stochastic momentum, which will actually turn back onto the upside from extreme lows, actually, if Bitcoin can close above where? Holy shit! 22,800. Very interesting how these things seem to work. How these things seem to work hand in hand. And so you've actually seen several twists to the upside from this oh Jesus, this chart is also all convoluted. Let me just pull up a brand new one as well. Here we go. Good old BitMexico. I haven't used this chart in ages. It used to be like my favorite one to use. Now I don't use it at all. But let's just see what happened during the last oh my god, this goes all the way back to September 2022. The last 4 times that we've actually seen turns to the upside within this region. Well, they have been pretty significant bounces, I would say. Not necessarily timing it all that well in this area over here, although nothing really did, because Bitcoin was more or less going sideways, but ultimately the upside did definitely happen with double-digit moves or more.
Sally Light,
over here, an immediate
get along in this baby right now.
The current structure, you'd expect Bitcoin not to break down here again below the pivot that we just spoke about, just below 22,000 bucks on a daily closing basis. And we'd be expecting today, maybe at most tomorrow, Wednesday, for a move back above about 22.8 and a closure above the daily time frame. If that happens,
let's try and get into this trade really fast.
$1,000-ish.
Just made a little bit, 25 off of that long. Right there. Hopefully it doesn't drop. We can. And there we go. I should just
fire it off.
And I complained for no reason because it would have hit my initial entry and I'd have $37 more.
35 read right here, and then turning
not much to. Don't really have to complain about that, but.
Over time,
there we go. There we go. All right.
Back tested for the weekend.
Better set a solid stop loss, though. I do not trust the movement of stuff right now with a lot of news coming out. For the S&P.
Statistics is the word that I'm looking
for. Not the
S&P.
S&P. What am I saying?
I can't even speak anymore.
With Jerome Powell.
That's good.
Losing my mind.
Anyways, yes. So this is back tested over the past week, going back to 2019. I guess almost 4 years now. Only for the weekends, only weekend data.
Where am I going to set the stop loss at? Let's figure that out first.
Daily trend, in this case, daily trend to the upside. If indeed that does happen, there's a highly probable move for a nice short-term move to the upside, relatively short-term move to the upside. I totally botched this yesterday.
How tight do I want to set
it
this?
Happens when you don't edit any videos ever. And is this 10 bars on average in trade? That would be more
waited.
around 2 days, a little bit less
So
than 2
impatient.
days. So this one already kind of wearing out its welcome as far as what we expect, given the statistics historically speaking, for the full result of this move.
It's a tight stop loss, so I'd only have 100 and
within that. Anyways, again, high hit rate here, 81.25%.
$125 loss.
And this would also be suggesting that Bitcoin has a bit
Hopefully,
of a higher probability
this turns positive
to
fast.
initiate that move further to the north side than not. A move like 4, maybe 5%, which would put Bitcoin actually above.
And I should have just stayed in that.
Very interesting, because if Bitcoin goes above $23,000, well,
I knew it was going to come back down,
condition is very likely
and
to
I
be fulfilled as well, initiating that hidden bullish divergence and also initiating stochastic momentum turning back onto the upside.
Jumped the gun anyways.
Then, I
Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. That's what happens. You just wake up, you don't eat, hop right on it, you make stupid moves. It looks like I might be able to weasel my way out of this anyways right now. So, here we go.
The event with Jay
Come on.
And then,
Come on.
actually speaking again tomorrow, I believe. So expect the unexpected. No, expect a lot of bullshit. Also on the daily HPD indicator, I wanted to update on this as well. Bitcoin still
Set that stop loss right above, because I gotta eat this food before I make stupid moves.
Beget continuation, meaning that if Bitcoin closes below this region on a daily closing basis, basically like $22,000, at that point, very likely a move back down to low 21s, probably an attempt for a bounce there, and ultimately, down to 20,000 even, or 20,500 is very much fair game. Until then, the longer that Bitcoin trades sideways here without breaking down, the more and more likely we will see a mean reversion play. Why is that? Because we are starting to see volatility contract over here. It's not anything.
Actually, I might stay for a second and execute this trade. Come on. Come on.
Something, a particular note. But if that does happen, the ideology here would be volatility contraction leads towards mean reversion on returns, and returns for the median here is actually above $24,000 still. So it would likely indicate that Bitcoin's going to play out a nice relatively medium-term move to the upside if that does.
Get up there. Get up there.
Anyways, we haven't spoken anything about the lower-term timeframes thus yet.
God, I'm sick of getting these marginal amounts. I'm just ripping out like $25 at a shot.
It's just not super relevant.
Getting these stop losses hit.
Everything's going to be decided on a daily.
I think it's safer.
So, going to be a lot of that.
All these trades I could have made $100 to $125 if I did it.
It's actually going to be going back to traditional markets.
Kind of multitask, so there you go.
Traditional markets played out a pullback over the past 3 weeks, and then last week had a bounce on a reversal. Very similar to Bitcoin, although Bitcoin
after this Eric Crown is done, I'm going to put on
triple Q right here,
Bloomberg, and we're going to listen to what is going on in this market right now before this Powell speech.
Anyways, in this case, the reason why we bring this one up is that Bitcoin, again, still is not enjoying this bounce, which does mean that it is relatively weak compared to traditional markets. So if we do see a sell-off in traditional markets...
Oh, there we go, baby. There we go. There we go. Come on, go below. Forget it. I'm going to reposition anyways.
Those lower targets do become a little more relevant. If we go down here to the daily,
it
you
hit.
can see that.
There we go. Why not?
A bit of a sell-off there. Now, I do think that things probably pull back into
$10. Great. Here we go. I'm going to go hop right back in a second.
I do like this low right here at about 290 on triple Qs.
Boom.
Down to a lower term time frame, I think it becomes a little more obvious. Like, yeah, short term pullback is completely fine. I just don't want to see, a lower low below 290. So the question is, how will Bitcoin respond if and when that does happen? So that's something I'll be watching today, and I suspect that we won't really have too many new things to be speaking about until we get today's event out of the way. As you can see, Bitcoin's been in basically a line chart. In fact, if we put on a line chart, it's literally been a fucking line. It's literally been a fucking line. If we go into a daily, it's even worse. It's even worse. But yeah, still higher probability for a short-term bounce here. Do be aware of invalidations. Do be aware, of where those pivots are. And I think that's a good place for me to once again shield the old Bybit. They got 0% on maker fees for derivative contract orders. I'm also going to be bringing out a really fucking cool promotion that they're going to be doing here as well, where basically, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but it's actually fucking good. It's not just like this bullshit like, hey, deposit $100,000 and get, you know, $5 for free, you know, right? But
Come
yeah,
on, man.
keep an eye out
Come
for that.
on.
And yeah, time for me to wish you the best as always. Take care, much love, and see you hopefully soon.
Come on, wait a little longer. Come on. Get up there. Get up there. A little bit longer. I'm going to set the stop loss, hopefully, right above it. Hopefully, it doesn't just crap out before I do that and screw me, but I just wanted to go 25 more cents. And I'm going to set this thing in so I don't get just getting jerked around with these little stop losses. Just made $11 on the last trade. There we go. $11 on the last trade, $25 on the trade before that, $25 on the trade before that. There we go. A little bit more ballsy of a move.
Actually testifying in front of Congress, which is typically a you know, a bit of a short-term volatility day, not necessarily like a trending movement day. That's usually reserved for the major economic events, but you can find this for yourself on the events tab over here on the Crown Trading application, and it is around 3 p.m. US time, I believe it's Eastern Standard Time, that he'll be getting on the board there, and well, expect some nice movements. Other than that, I want to once again remind you that that we do have a nice little questionnaire in the link in the description below, as is the link for the for the app here, where you can actually find this data. But more importantly to the point, if you do want to give your opinion on that, it would actually greatly help us understand, well, the community better and understand thus, you know, what is on your mind, which is probably a good thing to be understanding. Anyways, let me now get into the analysis. I want to make this one a little bit more on the streamlined side, and let me get rid of my discords over here, and let's just jump right into it. So yes, starting off right in over here with the daily time frame for Bitcoin, we do see something of interest. First and foremost, Bitcoin based off the green 55 exponential moving average, which, you know, that is where you do expect your higher lows to come in on an uptrend and your lower highs to come in on a downtrend. In this case, Bitcoin's still on an uptrend, so ultimately, if Bitcoin is going to continue with the uptrend, probably do expect it to come from this region right here, as Bitcoin rests upon that region. Now, that is going to be accompanied by potential, I say potential here, hidden bullish divergence between this point and this point. And let me just pull up a fresh chart. This is fucking annoying. Yeah, oh, it's actually already in there. Nice one, caretaker. Yes, so you can see potential hidden bullish divergence. That is pending Validation where, or confirmation above where? 22,800 on a daily closing basis. If that does get initiated, very likely looking at a move back up into the mid $23,000 territory, somewhere between, let's say, like 23.5, maybe even all the way up to 24,000 bucks. So do keep that in mind. But again, that is pending validation. Invalidation, or not necessarily invalidation, but just validation of continuation to the downside, would be a daily closure below about, I think it was like a little bit below 22,000 bucks at that point. Very likely looking at moves back down below. Probably ultimately below 21,000 bucks with a bounce along the way. Tentatively looking probably somewhere around the mid $20,000 territory. Excuse this poll right there. It is not relevant for anything other than nothing. Anyways, yes, moving on now. We can get into the next chart. So keep in mind the validation point at about 22,800, because that actually matches up very, very well here when we look at daily stochastic momentum, which will actually turn back onto the upside from extreme lows. Actually, if Bitcoin can close above where? Holy shit! 22,800. Very interesting how these things seem to work. How these things seem to work hand in hand. And so you've actually seen several twists to the upside from this oh Jesus, this chart is also all convoluted. Let me just pull up a brand new one as well. Here we go. Good old BitMexico. I haven't used this chart in ages. It used to be like my favorite one to use. Now I don't use it at all. But let's just see what happened during the last oh my god, this goes all the way back to September 2022. The last 4 times that we've actually seen turns to the upside within this region, well, they have been pretty significant bounces, I'd say. Not necessarily timing it all that well in this area over here, although nothing really did, because Bitcoin was more or less going sideways. But ultimately, the upside did definitely happen with double-digit percentage moves or more. The most recent one over here, an immediate effect. So if you are going to be looking at this as relevant for the current, the current structure, you'd expect Bitcoin not to break down here again below the pivot that we just spoke about, just below 22,000 bucks on a daily closing basis. And we'd be expecting today, maybe at most tomorrow, Wednesday, for a move back above about 22.8 and a closure above there on the daily time frame. If that happens, very likely another like $1,000-ish move to the upside. As we can also reference this chart as well. So this was another one that we brought up over the weekend. This one fired off. This is the Jewel Light setup, the Jewel Light on the 4-hour time frame, getting below the 35 read right here, and then turning white for the first tick. That has initiated the setup over time in alignment with the daily trend. This data only back tested for the weekends, which this did fire off on the weekend. It was on Saturday, and it makes these thingies over here relevant. These statistics is the word that I'm looking for. What the fuck, man? I can't even speak anymore. Good things no one's watching. So that's good. Anyways, yeah. So this is back tested over the past 3 years, going back to 2019. I guess almost 4 years now. Only for the weekends, only weekend data. And again, 4 hours setup has to be in alignment with the daily trend, in this case, daily trend to the upside. If indeed that does happen, there's a highly probable move for a nice short-term move to the upside, a relatively short-term move to the upside. I totally botched this yesterday. Very fucking embarrassing, but happens, man. It happens when you don't edit any videos ever. And is this 10 bars on average in trade? That would be more around 2 days, a little bit less than 2 days. So this one already kind of wearing out its welcome as far as what we expect, given the statistics historically speaking, for the full result of this move. But we do expect some variance within that. Anyways, again, high hit rate here, 81.25%. High profit factor as well, I would say, and this would also be suggesting that Bitcoin has a bit of a higher probability in the more near term to initiate that move further to the north side than not. A move like 4, maybe 5%, which would put Bitcoin actually above 23,000 bucks, which is very interesting, because if Bitcoin goes above 23,000 bucks, well, what does that mean? That means that the daily condition is very likely to get fulfilled as well, initiating that hidden bullish divergence and also initiating stochastic momentum turning back onto the upside. Until then, I think that we're probably just waiting around for tonight for me over in Dubai, but for you over in the Western Hemisphere, probably midday, the event with Jay Powell, and then of course he's actually speaking again tomorrow, I believe. So expect the unexpected. No, expect a lot of bullshit. Also on the daily HPDR indicator, I wanted to update on this as well. Bitcoin still hanging around the bottom end of this region. Again, that is also what I'd be using kind of to beget continuation, meaning that if Bitcoin closes below this region on a daily closing basis, basically like 22,000 bucks. At that point, very likely a move back down to low 21s, probably an attempt for a bounce there, and ultimately, you know, down to 20,000 even, or 20,500 is very much fair game. Until then, the longer that Bitcoin trades sideways here without breaking down, the more and more likely we will see a mean reversion play. Why is that? Because we are starting to see volatility contract over here. It's not anything significant just yet. Maybe another day or two, and we'll start to actually see something, a particular note. But if that does happen, the ideology here would be volatility contraction leads towards mean reversion on returns, and returns for the median here is actually above 24,000 bucks still. So it would likely indicate that Bitcoin's going to play out a nice